Hello guys, Shadow here, and welcome to another video. And today we're actually going to be discussing the Black Ops 4 Beta, and I'm going to be giving my thoughts on it. About the new gameplay mechanics, some of the technical stuff like crashes, glitches, etc., and then just like the overall, thought on this beta. So over the past few days, actually the past 2 days, you guys have been seeing some Black Ops 4 Beta gameplay on my channel. There are a total of 5 gameplays, not counting the ones you'll see on screen here. I was able to use all the new specialists, so not the specialists that were in Black Ops 3, but I was able to use all of these new ones like Recon, Torque, so on and so forth, Crash. So we're going to actually discuss the gameplay first. So the new mechanics. So the Fog of War, the stim packs, the combination of the specialist weapons and equipment, the respawn screen where you can actually see the whole map. Were they all good? I like the new mechanics a lot. I think it does mix up the game a little bit. So with the Fog of War, you can see the mini map, right? It's on the upper left corner of the screen, but it only lights up and you'll be able to see the radar wherever you are. So a certain section of the map that you're looking out to, you're only going to see what's in that view frame. So you're not going to see everything that goes on unless you get a UAV or something like that. I thought it was cool. I actually didn't look at my radar a whole lot while playing the beta. I ended up looking more so at my character and what was in front of me, because the Fog of War essentially, I can't really see where anyone is. I mean, you can, but like, I never ended up using my radar that much in terms of looking at it because of the new mechanic. So it allowed me to focus more so on what was happening at the moment in the game, what was in front of me, what was around me, rather than something that is like happening on the other side of the map. So there's that. The stim pack. So these are like it's manual healing. You would press the left bumper on your controllers or whatever, and basically, so there's no longer automatic healing. It's all done manually. So after you get shot or whatever, you can actually heal yourself. I like it a lot. I think it's a good mechanic because it allows you to play it more strategically. Like, do you want to heal yourself now or wait? Or because it takes time to heal yourself. Or are you going to not heal yourself, try to take out the enemy, and then heal yourself quickly before jumping into combat? So I think that's really cool. There are instances, though, where in the game you can actually get wounded and it will prevent you from healing. So stuff like the radiation from Torque's barricade, which is essentially like the Guardian radiation from previous Black Ops games, that getting into that will prevent you from healing, and stuff of the sort. The combination of specialist weapons and equipment. So your specialist weapon is like your specialist ability in Black Ops 3. That's the thing that builds up over time. The special and some specialists have returning abilities, like Firebreak has the Purifier, Seraph has the Annihilator, Rune has the Gravity Spike thing. Some older specialists actually have new abilities. Nomad has a K9 unit instead of his Hive ability. Now, the specialist weapons are cool. They do take a while to build up. But there is another piece of specialist equipment that actually builds up faster, and that is the specialist equipment. So, my favorite one, I think, is Prophets. It's like this kind of RCXD type thing, but it goes around and just shocks people, and it's automatic. So you just deploy it, and it goes out and does its thing. That is probably my favorite piece of specialist equipment, but it builds up a lot faster. It does build up over time. It takes less kills to get, and you can use it very often. I like the combination of using both. So, if we look back at previous games like Black Ops 3, that would essentially be your specialist weapon and ability in the same type of kit. Also, beforehand in a game, not only do you pick your class, but you can actually pick your specialist, and you can switch mid-game to a different specialist, so you don't have to select it before you actually start jumping into matchmaking. You actually select it before your game, and you can select it during your game. I think that is really, really cool. So, yes, the new gameplay mechanics were awesome. I enjoyed them. I do think it puts a twist on the game, and that's really, really cool. In terms of the technical aspects, I didn't think I'd have much to comment on when it came to the technicality of the beta. So, did the beta crash? What types of bugs did I encounter? Technical stuff includes like the spawns, the graphics, and it was very, very, very underwhelming to say the least. So when I tried to play the beta the first day, so on Friday, the game crashed before it even got to the title screen, but I could actually access it on a different profile. Now, the profile I was trying to access it on was the one that I bought the beta with, and I had Xbox Live Gold. And now I'm going on a different profile that doesn't have gold, and I didn't buy the beta on, but I can get in seamlessly. So the first day, I had to do a combination of getting into the beta with that other profile, and then switch it up back to my profile somehow, and it was a mess. But it's a beta, so that kind of thing is expected. And after the first day, it was settled, and I was perfectly fine. I can get into it seamlessly with my other profile. The graphics in the game are not good. There were times, there's actually a time when I was playing over, it was probably yesterday, where I literally said, these graphics look like they came right from Advanced Warfare on Xbox 360. The graphics look last gen. That's not good. We're 2 months out from when this game's supposed to release, and the graphics look like Xbox 360 or PS3 graphics. They don't meet the requirements of this current generation. Black Ops 3 graphics look better. All the graphics from Call of Duty look better, and this just is very underwhelming. I hope that they did the lesser graphics to get the beta out quick, and that they're going to settle it down. I don't know, but those are my hopes in terms of the graphics. There are details in the graphics, so if you look on the score streak menu, the gunship streak logo, so the little picture of the gunship, had absolutely no detail. It just looked like someone drew a gunship, put it in one color, and that was that. Even though the strike team and the strafe run streaks had very good detail, the ones right next to it had very good detail, and the gunship had very little to no detail. It didn't make any sense to me. I don't know. It sucked. They gotta work on those graphics. Now to talk about the spawns. I'm playing a Treyarch Call of Duty. Other than Nuketown at times, the spawns are usually very, very good. I never have to complain about the spawns. The Call of Duty game that had the worst spawns, that was ridiculed for spawns, was Advanced Warfare. And that was Sledgehammer's first Call of Duty. Makes sense. The spawns in the beta were absolutely terrible. They sucked hard. And it was so stupid. So I got spawn killed a lot in the beta. So I would spawn, I would actually spawn in, see an enemy, and they would just kill me. There are other times where I spawned in, went into like this house, 5 seconds later, pretty much very close to my spawn, the enemy team starts spawning. So they spawned where I spawned like 5 seconds after I spawned. So I actually have to watch my back, and playing through the beta, I got used to the fact that I couldn't trust my own spawn. Whether I spawned in, whether I got out of it, you can't trust what's behind you. You can't trust anything anywhere. And that is kind of a cool feeling, but for a Call of Duty game, that's not supposed to happen. So, yeah, the spawns just flip way, way, way too fast. You get spawn killed, or you 5 seconds after you spawn, or even 10 seconds after you spawn, the enemy starts spawning right behind you, and it's bad. They have to fix the spawns. They have 2 months. They gotta. I expect better from Treyarch in terms of spawns. They have to fix that. I didn't see many glitches. I saw like one. There's one time where I saw like a really weird body glitch. It was in that final kill cam type of thing. That was pretty interesting. But yeah, no. Other than that, there were no other glitches. It was pretty straightforward. Weapon balance is needed. It's not as big of a problem as Advanced Warfare. Again, if we want to go back to a COD game that had a problem with weapon balancing, it was Advanced Warfare. It's not as bad as that by any means, but there are some weapons that are extremely overpowered. So there's this weapon called the ABT-223 Tactical Rifle. It's a triple burst. It is very overpowered. I actually ended up using it once. You could get a kill in like one burst. Like a body shot kill in one burst. It's very OP. So that weapon in particular I think needs nerfing. I don't think there's a lot of weapons that need balancing, but there are definitely some within the game that need that balancing. So, by the way, I love having the shotguns in the secondary. I think that's really, really cool. I actually ended up using that a lot, but now that we've talked a little bit about the gameplay and the technical aspects, did I enjoy it? Did I have fun with this beta? I did. I can honestly say the only times I got mad were when I was getting spawn killed, when the players just pulled off some incredibly ridiculous moves that killed me. But overall, I had a really, really fun time playing this beta, and it does reinstate my confidence for the pre-order, because I had to pre-order the game to get access to the private beta. So yeah, I'm happy. It makes me happy that I pre-ordered it because I had a good time with it. I don't know if I'm going to be playing a lot of public matches. I think I'm going to stick more towards custom games and just do, just killing bots and stuff, or at least in the beginning to test out the score streaks and different weapons and such. But I'm pretty happy that I pre-ordered it. Should it have been a $60 game? I think it should be really more towards 40 or 50. Put some money on because there's no campaign, but they're substituting Blackout for the campaign. I don't know. But with Blackout, there is a Blackout beta coming in September. I will be playing that. You will see gameplay of that on the channel. But I can say for certain that it was a good beta. There is a lot of technical aspects with the game that they need to work on. The concept of the game is good. What they've added into the game is good. But the technical stuff puts it way on a lower level. It doesn't seem Treyarch can live up to more. Treyarch has done better in terms of spawns, in terms of graphics, in terms of weapon balancing. They have 2 months. They have 2 months to make this right. So and hopefully they will, and I'm sure they will. The whole reason with the beta was for it's a test to see how things function. So hopefully those problems will be resolved. But overall, it was a pretty good experience. And yeah, I'll see you guys in September for the Blackout beta.